Anywho, let's get to the magic, shall we? And we can keep chatting as we go. 12 minutes, 23 seconds. So we are back on the Mana Symbol channel. I had a nice run in the challenge today. So that will eventually be posted to my YouTube. But this one is probably going to end up there first. So this is Cavedan's Teamer Crabvine Food Nonsense. I called it Cavedan's Crab Shack somewhere else. That's an homage to Eric's Crab Shack, which is a vintage deck that involves Hedron Crabs and Vengevines, I believe. I don't remember exactly what it's doing, but this is a deck heavily influenced by Modern Horizons 2. So let's talk about some of the role players here. First and foremost, we've got the incredibly powerful duo of Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar and the Underworld Cookbook. So Asmora, as she is frequently referred to, or some people call Asmo or Asmor, I don't care. Asmora just sounds the best to me. Has no casting cost at all. But she is a 3/3, and she says, as long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may pay black or red to cast the spell. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Then you sacrifice 2 foods. If you sacrifice 2 foods, you can have target creature deal 6 damage to itself. Hilarious. The Cookbook is a 1-mana artifact that says tap, discard a card, create a food. Pretty sweet. And has 4 mana, tap, sacrifice, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's not really something that we're likely to be doing. We've got 1 Forgotten Cave in the mana base. This is an extra way to discard cards to get Asmora into play. We also have the Cookbook itself. We also have Burning Inquiry and Goblin Lore. And we have 4 copies of Street Wraith, which of course has cycling for pay 2 life. So we could play Asmora as early as turn 1. Then around this core card, we've got some Hedron Crabs to self-mill and have Vengevines enter our graveyard. We've got Blazing Rootwalla, which if discarded can be Madness for 0. This is of course an homage to the Basking Rootwalla, which is of course a spiritual successor to the original Rootwalla. So this is a single red for a 1/1, and with a single red activated ability, Blazing Rootwalla gets +2/+0 until end of turn, activate only once each turn. Adorable. I feel like this is going to go spit in Newman's face, but it's going to spit lava into his face, and then he won't be merely blinded, but actually melted into a skeleton. Damn it, Dennis Nedry. And then we're, of course, playing Hollow Ones. So we're playing the Hollow Vine core here. So if we've discarded at least 3 cards in a turn, this is free. If we discarded 2 cards, it's only 1 mana for a 4/4 artifact creature Golem. And then we also have 4 copies of Ox of Agonas, famous from Dredge. So if we discard Oxen, then we get to, for red, exile 8 cards from our graveyard and escape this sucker with a +1/+1 counter on it as a big bad 5/3. Then it says when it enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards, which we can use with, again, some of the previously mentioned synergy stuff. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to enable Vengevine here, which is if when you cast a spell, if it's the second creature spell you cast this turn, you may return Vengevine from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a 4/3 with haste. So basically our plan overall is to put stuff into play by discarding things. Thanks for the follow there, X-Whale. Ooh, X-Whale.
Ring, ring, ring with the bell. Zing, zing, zing with my heartstrings.
Thank you.
So yeah, so I think we've covered pretty much everything in here. And there's also 1 copy of Wonder. Wonder is a incarnation, so this is a 2/2 creature with flying for 4 mana. But as long as it's in your graveyard and you control an island, creatures you control have flying. We've got a sideboard that is kind of difficult to parse, but we'll see if we can figure that out as we go along. I'm worried about only 2 blue sources with Goblin Lore and Burning Inquiry. I'm assuming you aggressively fetch the steam vents. There's also a Ketria Triome, and there's also an island. But yeah, because the play pattern that happens most of the time is you don't actually need to play the crab on turn 1. You can play the crab on turn 2 off of your 1 land, then play a fetch land, then fetch the fetch land, and you're just about to mill yourself 6. And so if there is a way in which you can play a second creature at this point, you've already played the crab, so any Vengevines you've put in your graveyard are going to come back. Okay, but there's 3 blue sources, right? Good luck, Jiggy. Good luck. You're on your 4-color thing. You don't see Island in the list? Was it 60 cards? Oh, maybe there isn't an island to list. Yeah, okay. Well, the point is we're supposed to aggressively fetch the... Oh, sorry. There was an island in the previous version of the list, and that's the one that's in my brain right now. No, you're right. Yeah, you just aggressively fetch your blue source. I mean, you need your blue source in play for your one of your ideal turn 1 plays anyway. All of your turn 1 plays can be played off of red or blue. So Steam Vents, if you want to... No, I registered what I intended. I just was doing a bunch of stuff before the stream came up, and I'm not really... After the challenge today, I went for a nap, then I ran 5 miles, did a bunch of other working out, and then I made dinner and hopped on the thing. So I've done all the smart things, but I'm back. So yeah, if you're... I mean, what I would... Matt M.F. Martin. If you want to play a modern tournament this weekend, play a modern deck that you like and know how to play, that has a strong proactive plan, right? Like Jund is a very well developed sort of like long-standing deck. So yeah, I get that, Smoochiolo. I mean, I agree that that's possibly a problem, but like I don't think you're supposed to worry about it. So we've got turn 1 Burning Inquiry, potentially into Hollow One and a Rootwalla, or into nothing. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just YOLO this. So I'm going to. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, so in the challenge today, I almost made top 8 just playing a deck that barely got any upgrades from Modern Horizons 2, because the deck is just good, right? Like Storm. Does Storm get anything from the...
Well, I have nothing to offer you but my
Wow!
love.
I specifically
Absolute
said
worst
no
case scenario.
geeks.
Love it.
But my mom says I'm cool.
Thanks for the follow, Matt M.F. Martin. Matt Mother Martin. You'd play Burn or Mono Red
Compadres,
Obosh.
it is imperative
Thanks
that
for
we
follow
crush
there,
the freedom
Hydromaster.
fighters before
Yeah, I
the
mean,
start of the rainy season.
but those,
And
I
remember,
feel like
a
those,
shiny new
was it
donkey
not better to
for
cycle the
whoever
Wraith
brings me the
first? I
head
honestly don't
of
know the play
Colonel
patterns.
Montoya.
Neither do I. I don't know. Yeah, it probably was. I don't know, am I just playing 2 Rootwallas here? I mean, the downside of that is if I find a way to discard the Vengevine... Oh, Matt M.F. Martin just popped in and already hitting that big sub button. Jeez! Alright, well, let's at least get one of these into play against what I assume is Omelette. Is Grixis Death Shadow a good investment? Well, no magic cards are a good investment, right? But it's certainly, as far as magic cards go, good lord. Great, and I discarded the one thing in my hand, so now I can't get my Asmora into play. Well, this has gone about as badly as one could possibly have hoped for. Invest in canned goods and shotgun shells. Only if you actually believe the end of the world is coming. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is, Jig. That's how she goes sometimes. Sure. I will very sadly play out this Rootwalla. Who's ready to get tightened? Oh, that's not a Titan. Wow, that is really, really weak. Maybe we win this somehow. Maybe. I don't know if Brian's here. I haven't seen him yet, but he comes around. Brian definitely makes his way in here from time to time. Thank you. Our last episode felt pretty strong, but I mean, this season is just a good time to be a brewer, so Alex, you don't need to say please. Oh no, a Valakut. Wow, they have no green mana. I mean, they could make a 3/3 construct. I will trade a Rootwalla for it, I think. Will I? No, I probably would rather play the Ox this turn. I don't think we conned anyone, Nirvana. I'm pretty sure we're very, very conservative with our speculations. Okay, so that's fine. I think I just play the Ox this turn fairly. And just pray this god-awful play pattern from them continues. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, of course. I know. No, I only discarded one card. Cavedan, your deck is failing. It's a good thing they're playing Urza's Saga. I would have been oppressed to death if they were playing any of the good cards from Modern Horizons 2. As soon as they draw, nope. They can't find anything. Explore. Did they finally find one of their green Karus? They scooped. Oh my god. That has to be the worst Lantern player ever. Holy crap. How are we at 46 viewers already? Jesus. Well, hi everyone. Welcome. Wow. Goodness gracious me. So I guess I want Ancient Grudges, and I don't think I want much else. Wonder seems fine, in that they have a lot of creatures that are pretty good at gumming up the ground. This quote will haunt you. I mean, Alex, you're listed as the one who added it. I don't take any of those seriously. Usually that you don't format them that well. So, see, Modern Horizons, not capitalize M, not capitalize H. You didn't add the 2. I'm going to read that and be like, oh, Alex just making shit up. Yeah. All right. Geez. I guess I can cut some of the slower cards, like one of these, and maybe one of these, and maybe one of these. Asmora is pretty good here in theory because she can shoot down Titans. How's this deck sound? You play Cavedan's Crab Chicken, but then you take out all and put 40 Shadowburn Apostles and 20 Swamps. I mean, it sounds terrible, but you know. There's definitely Shadowborn Apostle decks out there. I know there are ones that involve milling yourself and then surgical extracting the Shadowborn Apostles. The Burning Inquiry won that game. Did it? I didn't look at their side. Maybe it did. Maybe it messed that. Maybe that screwed their green mana. I didn't actually notice. I was honestly so messed up about what it did to me that I didn't have time to notice. They dropped 2 green Karus. That's so freaking funny. All right, we're shipping this one. Is it consistent though? Yeah, I could call it consistent. Can I keep that? So turn 2 Goblin Lore with this hand. Yeah, you can keep this. Oh, I guess the boss not here. Shadowborn Apostles black for a 1/1, and you can play as many copies of it as you like. And then on top of that, it has some other. Can you sacrifice 6 of them? You can sacrifice 6 of them to do something, but I don't remember what. Oh. I mean, it worked out last time, right? Dealer, hit me hard. Let's go. What? How? How is that okay? Oh my god. They discarded 3 lands. Zimmer Growth Chamber, Gralter, Castle Garrett, so we got 2 Karus again. They just packed it. So this means Azusa, sure. I hit 2 Karus in a castle. Amazing. Amazing. And they've got just enough mana to pay for the yeah. Jeez. So I think I'm supposed to play the Triome this turn and do nothing else. So that I can play the Crab next turn and mill myself and see where I end up from there. Because they have to spend their next turn just paying for the Pact. So they're not Grudge the Amulet. I mean, I can, but I'm just not afraid of the Amulet on this turn. And it's such a tempo negative play. But I mean, so is this already. So I don't know. Like, I could go Fetch Shock the Crab. Fetch Shock, play the Crab. I think Triome past the turn is honestly where we're at. Which sucks. They play 2 additional lands. I'm not worried about it with how many crews they've already discarded. I mean, yeah. 2 additional lands is up to 4 mana. I'm not terribly concerned about 4 mana. 6 I would be worried about, but 4 I'm not. See, 2 mana is fine. They're also really shy on cards in hand. I mean, they only have 1 card. It's probably a Primeval Titan, but so play Crab, mill myself for 6, but then if they had Bounce plus Titan, they'd cast it. Well, when could they have done that, Kinsidon? When could they have cast the Titan? They get another amulet on their next main phase. So I could go Grudge the amulet, have the mana up to Grudge it again. Which means I don't get to do anything proactive this turn. I mean, the real question is just like, how much do I really want to play around them having Titan or the next card Titan as their 1 out? I think I'd rather be proactive this turn, and if they just go like Titan with the double amulet and kill me, then that's fine. Our game was crap here anyway, so I don't really feel too bad about it. Oh, I was supposed to fetch in response. I got lucky and didn't mill any of the lands I needed, but that's one of the more important play patterns in this deck. I guess I could just Grudge here so they don't have double amulet, but honestly, a single Titan with a single amulet is probably enough to kill me. And I'm pretty sure I can't kill that. Ooh, I can play the Ox and get the 2 Vengevines. Okay, this is the way. This is the way. Whee! And my Ox. Hey, look, it's turn 3 and I've got 13 power in play. Ha! You almost think this deck was good. Now with double amulet, they could in fact just kill us, but I'm not here to worry about that. Don't forget to count crab to your power. True. I have crab power as well. Tap your saga. Tap it. Tap it, tap it, tappa. Tap it, tap it, tappa. All right. Go fourth. Or fifth, I don't care. Uh-oh. One card left. Gosh, that's a lot of mana. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Gonna bounce the growth chamber, play the growth chamber. What are they? Why are they doing this way? Because they're gonna play the Titan, get the Slayer Stronghold plus a Teleria. No, that doesn't make sense. What the hell is happening? Are they just showing off how much mana they can make, and then they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't have a Titan." No, they have a Titan. 14 mana. They can play a Titan, get a Teleria West and a Karoo, bounce the Teleria West, get another Titan. The second Titan gets a Slayer Stronghold. The Slayer Stronghold hastes and vigilances and +2/+0s both their Titans. Yeah, we're super ultra mega dead. But I want to see how hilariously dead I am, because this is kind of funny. So obviously, if I had played more conservatively, I could have gone Grudge here, but my turn was awesome, so I'm going to be okay with that. And maybe in game 3 we can get a game that looks like an actual game of Magic here. Am I winning? Well, I won game 1 mysteriously, basically. Wait, what? Did they screw up? Now they can only attack with one Titan, right? Oh, I guess they could bounce this. I didn't pay attention to their... Oh, no, okay, they did haste it in the middle there. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't really want to know how much damage this is. I thought I did, but it's just going to take too long. I don't care anymore. I'm not playing the deck I'm playing here because I want to sit through a Titan deck killing me. That was their turn 4, by the way, where they had gone turn 2 Packed Azusa. Turn 3, basically nothing. Oh, I should have this one of Magus of the Moon in. Yep, that is a fact. Should definitely have my one of Magus of the Moon. Chi Hoi, old Moto Grinder, by the way. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Kinsidon. You could fill a library with the things that I don't know. In fact, many people have. Most libraries are full of mostly things that I don't know. There's just too much stuff in the world. Well, this hand is a little sketchy. Turn 1 Asmo seems like something okay. And then what? Well, I guess I can Street Wraith and try to... I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm keeping this hand. I can Street Wraith and see if I find a fetch land, so I can get this crab going. This was a common in M10. How freaking insane were they? That's madness. But I think that's the set where they got rid of damage on the stack, so. Bolt and Ponder at common as well, yeah. Oh, Alex. This was brought up in a legacy thing, and I didn't understand it right away. So Thespian Stage versus Urza's Saga. So apparently with Thespian Stage, if you copy an Urza's Saga and let it tick up to chapter 2 and then copy something else, it keeps the saga ability. Can you confirm or deny that? Because I thought the new copy layer would overwrite everything, but maybe I'm wrong. Stage gains the Saga Hab. What? Sorry, my opponent is taking a while on this mulligan. Right, but my question is, like, why? Like, why is that working that way? Saga doesn't CTP with the Golem generation ability. Saga wouldn't gain a Saga counter, though. Wouldn't have 0 Saga counters. Well, no, it'll gain... Stage will start gaining chapters. Because it's a copy of Urza's Saga, period. So it is a land Urza's Saga. It's an enchantment land, too. I mean, it becomes a copy of target land, period. So it is everything that Urza's Saga is. You can change stage into something else after chapter 3 triggers, and it keeps the ability. Why? Isn't it? No, with Blood Moon, the sagas die. Anything that's a saga that gets Blood Moon dies. No, it's not about it sacrificing. I understand that it doesn't sacrifice because it's not a saga anymore. The question is, why does it keep the ability? Yeah, it says this land gains the ability, but then you copy something else, and the Thespian Stage... Change the stage copies, then it doesn't have the saga type, but Urza's... No, I know it says it gains the ability. Yes, I know all these things. The question is, if it has that ability now, and it is a copy of Urza's Saga, and then you use Thespian Stage ability to copy something else, the copy layer should rewrite over everything that you've done so far, and the timestamp for the ability that was granted to it by being an Urza's Saga should be gone. No, I get that part, Alex. That's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, why does it keep the construct generating ability? No, the only question I have is, why does it keep the construct generating ability when it's been turned into something else? The ability that it's gained is external to the copy layer. Yeah, I know that, but the copy layer comes first. Doesn't the new... What it became a copy of doesn't have that ability. Because the ability on chapter 2 resolved. Yeah, but wouldn't that be overwritten by becoming a copy of a new thing? Yeah, I understand it's because of layers. I don't understand why, and I'm a judge. Like, I feel like I should know this, and I should be able to understand it if... Anyway, so Stomping Ground, Shock, Stifle Street Wraith, play Asmora. Gaining abilities and copy abilities are different layers. I know they are. The copy layer comes first, so when you turn it into the mountain, mountains don't have an ability that says pay 2 mana, blah, blah, blah. So the fact that it gained one before should be irrelevant because it's now a mountain. Yeah, it just hasn't come up before, I guess, in any way, shape, or form. Pretty sure it's the same reason that if a grizzly bear is given +3/+3 from giant growth, it becomes a copy of Goblin Piker. It will still. Yeah, I guess so. It's just the way it becomes realized is so incredibly different from that it's just like I just am having a hard time parsing it. Oh, I should have Inquiry this turn, huh? Yeah, I definitely should have cast Burning Inquiry because I was likely to hit a land. Plus mess up their draw. All right, I'm gonna play the Magic. Yeah, that's not a problem reaction. I get that part. That part is very obvious and clear to me. That is not a question at all. That's very easy. The question is, why does it retain the ability to create constructs? Uh-huh. Omelet. Vestige. Okay. Read your large thing. Oh, it only works if you do that? Okay, okay. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. No, it's not the things that anyone else is saying. It's the thing that Alex said. Sorry, Canadian Bobo for people who don't know. I think that's what happened is that people were talking about that happening without explaining to me the full context of it. And the full context of it is what Alex just said there. If you do it in a specific way, then it works. Seriously? Again with this crap? What's your favorite drawing? Actually, I really like inverse paradiddles. If it's all the same to you, Alex. Or not Alex, Larynx Punchworthy. Alex is a judge in the Central East Southern Canada. Can I play with madness? Yes, you can, Rootwalla. Yes, you can. Kill that. Bang. Shit, I could have discarded the Vengevine. No, I didn't play two. I did play two creatures. No, I couldn't. Yeah, okay. That's fine, Kinsidon. If the question was about how Saga can keep the ability in Chapter 2 while it's a Thespian stage and then it copies something else. If the answer is because you copied it in response to Chapter 2 happening, that's obvious to me. I just, for some reason, someone was like, yeah, you can keep Chapter 2 and copy another land. And it's like, wait, what? That shouldn't happen. But if you do it in response to the trigger happening in your first main phase, that will work. I can tell you 100% that will work. I mean, that isn't interesting to me anymore, though. Like, it's just that I had misunderstood the context because people were being obscure about the way they were describing the situation. Okay. Also okay. No second Dryad. You fool! I did not need to shock that. But now they'll be afraid. Very afraid. Oh, wait, but I did want to. Shoot it. Bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Take 7, nerd. Smush. Crap, they have 6 mana. And an amulet. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I clearly I misunderstood the situation with the Thespian Stage saga because it was not fully explained in any of the situations where I was hearing about it, but that makes sense. Raphael Sivaldi. That's a great name though. You gonna have a dead Titan on your hands, opponent. You know, the funny thing is, if they don't get another creature in play, they're just dead. I make 2 foods, smoke their Titan, and I can attack for 9. So Radiant Fountain won't save them. They've already made their land drop for the turn, so they can't play the Fountain twice. I'm going to have Exactsies if they don't do anything more than this. So I wonder what they actually can do. Exactsies. Bang. Got them. They can pray. Well, you've always got prayer. See you, Kinside, and take care. When I come back on Tuesday, or maybe even tomorrow night, I'll play 1 league. Well, I should take tomorrow off. 1 mana Fire Breath, 2+2+0. I mean, I feel like that's entirely in line with 1 and a green 4+2+2, Michael. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not a powerful ability. I'm just, you know. Well, I'm a little bit country. And I'm a little bit rock and roll. Got a little bit of Hedron Crabs. Got a little bit of Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar. If we all stick together with the rootwallas at our name. I don't know where I'm going with that. Well, I'm a little bit aggro. And I'm a little bit hard control. Is I'm a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll? Is that a real song? I know it was on an episode of, thanks for the follow there, Foliage. It breathes harder than a Shivan Dragon? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't breathe, it breathes harder, but just parody of parody. No, I think it's a real song though, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I will be back in 1 second. The Osmonds sang it. That makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Fair in Height. I love that name. 1 second. All right, round the second. Let's rock and rumble. This is the most important thing on the internet, huh? It might be the Best Friends song by Stephen Lynch as well. Really? Oh my god, they're so little. It gets better? How? They're so chubby. Oh my god. Aw, they're getting they're getting the hang of it. Oh, don't get your head stuck, buddy. Oh my god. Panda bowling. Oh, that's adorable.
Clang,
Thanks for the
clang,
follow
clang
there,
with the
Mr.
trolley.
Fahrenheit.
Ring, with the
Maybe this
bell.
time this will work.
Zing, zing, zing with my heartstrings.
I gotta ride the lightning
Thank
here. Opponent revealed Luris plays Sacred Foundry. Panda stream. It already was one. Where's Larynx Punchworthy? He's got all the good emotes. Holy crap. Alright. If this Burning Inquiry sucks the big one, we're done. That clang 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 with the trolley song is awful. Like the actual one or the one with Martin? Because the answer is yes. Alright. Here we go. One time. It worked. I mean, kind of. Oh, we drew Wonder too? Oh well. Alright, opponent. Your move. Oh, God. It finally worked. Oh. Is this a game state? My opponent gave me the equals open bracket. I know, Jig. I know. It could have gone so much more. They scooped. Oh. I don't think I want a sideboard. I guess they can have Rest in Peace out of Burn. And if that's the case, I will not. I will not apologize. Geez, I don't. There's not really any sideboarding for this. I mean, so I think Ignoble Hierarch's supposed to come in if you're sure that they're going to if you're sure they're going to Rest in Peace, because then you take out the crabs and you play the Hierarchs and the Pyromancer and you can grind better. But I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that. So yeah, Bork Magic. I think, I don't know if Cavedan is here or if he shows up. I think the plan is to board out the crabs and board in the Hierarchs and Seasoned Pyromancer. Because if they have Graveyard Hate, you want to just start playing your stuff more to the board and not relying so much on things going into the graveyard. Because Hollow One doesn't go to the graveyard, and so, and you can play Ox. We've done it once already, so putting cards into your graveyard isn't actually a necessary part of the deck. You just need to discard cards. Other than Vengevine, of course. Vengevine wants to go in your graveyard and get cast for free, but everything else about this deck doesn't actually need to play out of the graveyard like that. This is just the most powerful way to play the deck, is to play Hedron Crab on 1 and then go fetch, mill yourself for 6, and then go nuts for donuts. So it's Crab on 1 into mill for 3. Not very good. Opponent mulled to 6. Okay, I'm assuming that they're going to dig for Rest in Peace. I just don't have any discard outlet here. All right, this is good. Keep this. Bin one of these. Let's go. Opponent mulls to 5. They're looking for Rest in Peace. It's got to be. Mm-hmm. Oh my. Oh. Well. Yep. That's the plan. Ow. Respond. What do we get? Street Wraiths and 1 Vengevine. So the question is, do I try to Burning Inquiry and hit the Rootwalla, or Street Wraith into Asmorano? Street Wraith into Asmora seems good, but it's more life loss. But I get a 3/3 on the board that starts generating me foods off the cookbook. I should have enough time to start gaining life off the food. All right. Okay, well. Now I've got 2 cookbooks. Is it the same life loss? I guess so. Since Rootwalla also costs... Oh, you're right. Yeah, Madness actually involves casting the spell. They want their Eidolon dead, eh? Oh, no they don't. They just wanted to do that sequence in a very obscure way. Okay, well. Mill myself. There's another Vengevine, but I think what I'm supposed to do is just keep attacking with Vengevine. For now. I could play 1 cookbook, because the cookbook, I'm going to take 2 damage from playing it, a 3rd damage from getting the land, but then I immediately start getting my life back. So that's okay. Also, they're really squeezed now. I don't think I bother doing anything here. That is quite the chump blocker. So we just go discard this. Back that. Discard this. I can play it without taking damage, but I don't have to do that before combat. I don't have to tip my hand. So they have to chump block here. Yeah, I know I can, Alex. I'm not worried about it. Yes, I know. I know it's over 3. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. We good. We Gucci. All right. I've got an Ox. I think you had it there with discard Ox, escape Ox, swing with 2 vines to 1. What? Discard Ox, escape Ox, swing with 2 vines to 1. Oh, because I'm going to discard the Rootwalla. Yeah, I certainly could have, but it seems that they have conceded. So you're 100% correct, Dan. I'm still not wrapping my head properly around the way those things work, but you're 100% right. Yeah, I did 100%. It's not a thought. We definitely had the kill there. Yeah, which was basically what I was trying to do anyway, and it's kind of where we were at already, but you're right. Cavedan, my speculation on the sideboard Ignoble Hierarchs was that was for Rest in Peace style hate matchups. Is that correct? You probably board out the crabs for Ignoble Hierarchs and the Seasoned Pyromancer, I would guess. So, by the way, in the first match, we had 2 complete failures. No, 3? Every Burning Inquiry, both Burning Inquiries and the Goblin Lore that I played didn't put anything into play. And we still beat Titan 2-1. Sometimes yeah, I mean that's what I did against Burn there is I just didn't sideboard after game 1. Because I didn't know if they were going to have a bunch of Rest in Pieces or not. You just want exclamation point deck there, Fire Owls. Like a dis. Monk. Oh, but it looks like the bot is on a break. Let me go get it. Go wake it up. Give her a poke. Monka? Monkeys? You don't want monkeys? Yeah, Dan, your deck looked like an absolute romp, and it has been so far. Just blast off and hope for the best. I mean, there's a lot of angles and things, like good sequencing is obviously a part of it, but and good mulligans. This is not a keeper. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oh, it's pretty good. Turn 1 Asmora, probably. Get the book. Turn 2. Do I just tuck the crab here? Yeah, trying to make it in this Dwarven Mine world. I think I keep this and I tuck the crab because the crab is really crap for my sequencing. You would tuck Hollow One? Okay. But I'm playing turn 1 Asmora, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. Because I... Turn 1 Triome, turn 2 Crab plus Asmora. Can you play a crab without the fetch land? Is that legal? I didn't think you were allowed to play crab without a fetch land on the same turn, but I guess it could be legal. like in the strictest sense of the word. All right. We'll follow the doctor's advice. On the draw, maybe it's not good. I mean, we'll see. Looks like it's Storm. Could be Prowess. I ran into Prowess in the challenge today. I was so tilted. I was like, wait, what? You're playing what now? Who is? Not really, but they did crush me in about 3 seconds. No remand. Vengevine? There? I'm into it. Oh my god. I'm assuming I can do a bunch of nasty nonsense next turn, but this is definitely what we're doing this turn. So Cavedan was right. Not that I thought he wouldn't be. Not that I thought he wouldn't be. Man's a doctor, all right? Although at some point for the meme value, you should get Dave to say the words, "Oh, I'm not a doctor." And for meme, I mean Simpsons reference. Since there's only one of the 3 hosts of Faithless Brewing that is not a doctor. Deathrite Shaman can prescribe sick plays. Can it prescribe sick days to your opponent? Lavender. Did you just dart my crab? Oh, opponent. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Flashes back the Lavadar to kill a crab. Legit. All right, so I actually can't progress my game plan all that much this turn. What I can do is attack with both creatures. I'm assuming they block Asmora. If they don't, I just like play Cookbook, cycle Cave, or cycle Cave, then play Cookbook. I mean, if I'm going to cycle the Cave anyway... Gosh, this is hard. I guess I could actually play the Cave as a land. Because next turn, if I play a Cookbook this turn, which I'm going to, then we can discard a Vengevine. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Shawnee Bonbon. Because we can play a new Asmora this turn. And so this turn we discard a Vengevine. And then the new Asmora fetches up another Cookbook. And the next turn we play the second Cookbook, go discard the other Vengevine, discard the Ox, play the Ox. And maybe we're off and running. That's not 2 creatures next turn yet. And in fact, that takes all my mana, and it probably won't be enough. I guess we can attack first. I mean, at minimum, we're probably messing up their ability to actually try to win this game. No blocks? Good lord. Opponent is a total champion. Do I play a new Asmora anyway? No, the second Asmora... So next turn I can go discard the Ox, play Asmora, play the Ox. So I'm going to miss 1 Vengevine. But getting back 1 more Vengevine is probably more than good enough next turn. And then there's always a potential that we draw something else, so I can just ditch the second Vengevine next turn. I think holding on to Asmora just so that I'm guaranteed to bring back at least one Vengevine next turn is fine. I don't have enough cards in my graveyard for Ox yet. Yes, I just realized that, Jay Shipper. Well, hopefully it'll all sort itself out. I'm sure it will. Yeah, that, does that seem like it's competing with what I'm doing? Because it doesn't. Yeah. They're at 6. Good lord. Like, what even is this game? Top deck Goblin Lore easy. I mean, that gets the Vengevines in my graveyard, but Vapor Snag. Okay. They snag the Asmora? Snag the Vengevine. Alright. Alright, well, looks like we're going on for a little longer, but I mean, I'm going to kill your Stormwing next turn after taking a mere 5 damage. Even a mere superior on damage would be fine. Well, that would have been great. Lethal? Oh my god, you're right. That's crazy. This is total nonsense, by the way. I saw it. I see it. I see it now. Play new Asmore. Keep the old Asmore. Grab a new book. Play a new book. Teach the Vengevine. Triggers. Whee! A woohoo! Got the body today. A woohoo! When you eat crab, do you go for the legs or the claws first? Last gone, when I eat crab, it's usually finely minced, wrapped in nori and rice. So I just stick the whole thing in my mouth. I couldn't honestly tell you that I've ever had like crab. I cannot honestly tell you that I've ever had crab. So this is one of the matchups where Fury is the absolute worst in terms of being a creature heavy matchup where you could bring it in, but I think it's really, really bad. Cavedan can disagree with me. Fiery Temper is kind of like Lightning Bolt plus, but again, like Bolt isn't particularly good against them. I mean, I think just sticking with our primary game plan is like the only thing to do here. I could imagine boarding out the Wonder for a Fiery Temper, but yeah, where I'm at in Ontario, I like crab is not like a local thing, so it's very much, I don't know. It's just not a part of my culture, and then I've never, no part of my family has ever made crab a big deal, so I just haven't grown up with it. But I enjoy it in sushi. Was my point. I do enjoy crab in sushi, very much so. Where we are in Ontario, we're ruled by a madman. Isn't everywhere in Ontario ruled by a madman? I mean, I just don't know about other parts of Ontario in terms of their crab consumption. Not the First Nations. Okay. I don't know enough about it, but no, Canada is ruled by a GQ model. Control cannot deal with 3 fairy. It's so effed up. Yeah, I agree with that, Jig. I mean, some versions of some control decks can. I said Ragavan was nuts, dude. I just said the deck you were trying to play before with Ragavan was a bad fit. The deck you are playing now with Ragavan is a good fit. No? Jiggy says no. Okay. Okay, so blue-red prowess, eh? All right, Alex wants to spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel, baby. I don't think this hand is particularly good, but turn one burning if you feel lucky. In all this craziness, I lost track. So I gotta ask you a question. You feel lucky? Well, do ya? Okay, but now I'm tempted. No, don't give in to temptation. Crushed it. Thanks for the follow there, Gio. 1988. In 1988, it was a very good year. Was a very good year for 4/4s with the golem subtype. Yeah. Well, discard Venge, cast Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar doesn't get
Compadres,
us anywhere.
it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season. And remember, a shiny new donkey
I mean,
for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
I'm at 20. Like, I'll just take this. Like, if they have Lavidart for my Rootwalla, that's fine. If they have Bolt for my Hollow one, like, it's fine. Blocking doesn't make sense. We can't pitch Vengie? We could just cool it for a turn. Book and pump the lizard. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Book, pump the lizard. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's... No, we don't need to rush it. Like, everything's going fine already. You can have it all, and you can have it now. Just not every single game. All right? Sometimes you gotta wait for your dessert, Larynx Punchworthy. You can't have your burn? I disagree. My opponent scooped on turn 1 last game. Last match. Turn 1 they scooped. Book, discard, Vine. Well, we will. I just don't need to do that this turn, Robert Cohn. Unless you... Yeah. That's... Yeah. Yours is the line that seems to be specifically and well suggested to what we're actually going to end up... Yeah. I got you. That's what I was planning on doing. Now, we could actually die here. It's not likely, but it's very possible. I've managed it before. Oh, that looks like Storming or Vapor Snack. Tormod's Crypt. That's an onion in the ointment. I mean, it doesn't actually end up being that big of a deal at the end of the day. They got to pop it for a single Vengevine, which is not too bad. Unless they pop it now. Are you afraid of the Ox? You should be very afraid of the Ox. You should pop that now. Not doing so would be reckless. Can pitch Lizard if they go in before blocks. That's true. Obviously, I don't want to do that because it helps me get back the Vengevine next turn, but yes. Burst Lightning. They have one card in hand, no Lavidarts in there. Oh, they killed my creature. Wild. Storming? Murktide Regent in Prowess. I see. Huh. Okay. So I'm at 6. Hi, Tombstalker. We're dead? No, we're not dead. I can kill that with my 2 food tokens. And I have plenty of thick boys on the ground. So it's going to come down to what they draw. Yeah, we're just mostly dead. Now, mostly dead is slightly alive. Okay, let's draw another Vengevine. I don't know why they decided to do that where they did, but fine by me. So, discard Rootwalla, play Asmora. Grab the cookbook. The cookbook! I think I just hold the crab. Can I attack for 4? It's obviously like a little crazy. But I feel like getting in the jab here. Well, if they have a lava dart. They can't kill me with it, but unless they draw iteration, we're gonna be okay. Yeah. I'm just considering Geo because I'm not normally good at playing aggressive decks. Anything that's like actually supposed to be aggressive, I usually fail with because I don't know how hard to push and when. For some reason, like mid range and control, when the pushes are like resource related and not life total related, I'm a lot better at it. When I play those decks, I'll often maneuver a game into a position and I'll go like, oh, I can just kill them. Good evening, Unfair Gameplay. This seems right up your alley. If you subscribe to the School of Gameplay. Dying in this economy. It's more affordable than you think, Lord Michael. But don't believe me. Ask Dr. Roy Pasaratnathan. Excuse me? He'll tell you. Okay, if they attack, it's like 100% that they have mutagenic growth. That's the only thing it could mean. So I think I can go get Ketria Triome. Thanks, Roy. Hi, everybody. I mean, so if I cast Goblin Lore, then I can't gain life. They have 1 card in hand. If it was mutagenic growth, they would have attacked, right? For lethal? 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. No, it would have put me to 1. Ooh, Zamgagif with the rate of 19. Thanks, friend.
You can run,
I'm just trying to solve this board state in game 2 against Blue-Red Prowess. I think Jam Goblin Lore is the right play, but I could just see just burning both of these for food. What if I attack with Hollow One and Asmora? And then, yeah. Zangief is a Street Fighter name. Zamgagif is not so much. Crab block, Goblin Lore to gain 3 life. Yeah, I think so. But I think what I'm going to attack with is just Hollow One and Rootwalla. Yeah, food kills the creatures, but I don't want to show them that I'm willing to do that until they commit to something. Crab for block and book gains life. Yeah, that's where I'm at. But before I do that, I'm going to attack here because I want to have the mana up for Rootwalla. They should commit. You're a catch. So if they make some really silly blocking decision here, then we were going to blow them out with multiple food tokens. So at the moment, they can only get through with one creature. In theory. All right, we just pass here. Yipes. Well, that's one of their best possibles. And they exile. Burst lightning. Okay. That's the burst lightning exile, 1 card in hand, and 1 mana. Praise for misclick? I don't think we need to pray for misclick. I think we're okay. I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to win this game, but I don't have to pray for a misclick. They have to fire off the burst lightning before damage. Then I just discard both my cards, crack both my foods, kill one of their creatures, and then die exactly. Yeah. Like I said, we just die exactly. I guess... Yeah, if I crack the food, it's the exact same death. Oh, that sucks. Man, I guess I just wasn't expecting them to be able to play 2 whole spells. Yep, see? This is why I fail. Because I can't do math. I have 2 different ways to die here, but I can't... Yeah. So attacking with the hollow one was apparently wrong there. Attacking with the Rootwalla is probably okay. Just because the danger of Labradart was very high. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. You pray for rain. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought too, Larynx. Like, before things like Expressive Iteration, and like that, obviously that's the card they played there, but like before Expressive Iteration in particular, I would have felt more confident about being able to grind through there, but that card, it just digs so deep. And they still had gas in the tank in theory there. Like, they had a card in hand. As long as they weren't dead, that was probably more damage. You would side in removal? What removal? I don't consider Fury removal, and I don't know if I can consider Fiery Temper removal. Because I hate playing Lightning Bolt against Prowess, and you definitely can't play Pyrokinesis. Even like Anger of the Gods is like such a wash sometimes. But maybe that's me being biased to my previous experience. I think we can keep this. Play the book on 1, play Burning Inquiry on 2. It's kind of crazy. Mullet? Alright, fine. Double unplayable crab is kind of sus. Okay, but this is just turn 1. This is just turn 1 go ham, right? Just ditch the lore. Ditch the lore and be lucky. Turn 1 bong hit. Alright. think we just grab the Scalding Tarn. Even though it's an extra 2 points of damage, if I draw crabs, it's probably worth it. Let's go, baby. This is what happened to me every single time against Titan, by the way, Cavedan. Every single time I cast that card. Every single time. 0% success rate to actually do anything with it. I don't have it in me to play these decks when I'm not when I'm not just mucking around. I literally can't cast anything in this hand. Literally nothing. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, that was the worst inquiry we've hit yet, but still, the pattern is well established. Yeah, maybe. But I don't have any way to cast Asmo. Like, at least the land drop would be worth something next turn, right? It's weird because it's sometimes better to wait. I mean, I understand that. I'm just like, how are you supposed to figure that out? Turn 1 Triumph, turn 2 Inquiry probably has better outcomes. Why? Why lets you cast Asmora if you keep her? Yeah, I guess so. Did I have the second land, though? I didn't have the second land. But I guess the Inquiry can hit me one. Yeah, okay. More likely to Vengevine. Sure. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I don't know. It's just like, that's just one of those things that's like really hard for me to pick up very quickly. Jeez. Come on. I don't know that I did. Cavedan seems to think otherwise unfair gameplay. And I'm inclined to agree with them. Like, I think Cavedan knows what he's talking about. He's more successful with this deck than anyone else I know, other than Lost and Sandy, who hasn't ever played this particular variation. But it makes sense to me that he knows what he's talking about. I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, the blue is definitely going all in on the hyper variance aspect. Murktide Regent. Okay. All right. That doesn't help me at all. Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does. I should have fetched in response to the trigger. I was just preoccupied with the fact that I thought it wasn't going to do anything, but it actually does. I forgot how good the oxen are. Although, how I'm supposed to survive this thing, that's up in the air. But maybe I can hit Wonder somehow. That would do it. What in the hell? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, over to you, opponent. I mean, I guess this is less tilting than playing like some proper 60 card control deck and getting to the end of the game and like playing like Jace Brainstorm and not hitting your one of four of. Can I reveal my hand? No. I don't need to do that. I mean, I can. Obviously the button will appear. I'm not going to though. It's I don't know. Seems impolite. I'll just take my lumps with good grace. We're not playing a deck that is particularly super skill intensive where I get to like look my opponent straight in the eye and be like, "Oh, I did everything in my power there to win." Because I, even objectively speaking, I think it's pretty clear at this point that I missequenced that. So it does feel very powerful, though. I can barely deal with Collected Company in a deck with 35 creatures. I can't deal with Collected Company in a deck with 35 creatures. I can't. No. I don't want to spend 4 mana on something with unknown value where the value can be like, yay, 2 CMC of creature. So I don't like Bloodbraid Elf. I don't like Collected Company, and I don't think I generally like Burning Inquiry, but it is a blast and a half to play it just for a league. Yeah. But when I go cast the big dragon, it's deterministic 100% of the time. And the odds of dragon hitting something that is relevant is very high. The odds of the dragon winning the game on the spot are reasonably high. Now, the power level of this deck is obviously so high, you can actually get turn 1 wins. There's not a lot of decks out there that are saying that. And it's non-deterministic in a way that is way less obnoxious than Neobrand. Or maybe more obnoxious because Burning Inquiry. I don't know. All right, Sandwich Sultan. That's a great name. You don't think this will become better than Dredge? Well, it's certainly faster, and it's more resilient to most varieties of graveyard hate. So I think this is a mulligan, just because there's literally no plan here. That's a keeper. But I think I'm supposed to go with the Cavedan strategy of turn 1 tap land, turn 2 Burning Inquiry. The question is, what do I pitch out of this hand? Ox, because it's the slowest. And then turn 2 can get me Asmor and or a Vengevine. So I think Ox hits the bricks. And then in a pretty ideal situation, we get a really good play in turn 2. But even without that, we should get something. Sprawl. White? Red. Okay, red-green mid-range. Well, it depends on what's the shape of their hand. Do the shape of their hand. So, am I supposed to Inquiry because I could hit a... No, hitting the crab doesn't matter, because in order to cast my second spell, I need the land anyway. So get the land in play. Probably fetch. I mean, I could hold the fetch just in case I hit the crab, but I think doing it this way is probably better. We got a Rootwalla, and we get to play Asmora. Didn't discard the vine, but that's okay, because we're going to get a book. All right. So, yeah, that worked. It's a cookbook. A cookbook. Sorry. That's a Warcraft 3 quote from the Witch Doctor. And I don't know why it just like has been hanging around with me all day, but it really has. Soylent Grey is made from trolls. Oh my god. What? What is happening? Oh, I'm so excited. And I cannot hide it. Where is it? Oh! It's so cool. Well, I'm taking 7. Well then, that was something special. That was something special. Yeah, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed. All right. Well, I can't make 2 foods in 1 turn. Jeez. The thing is, they're actually playing red, so I'm a little bit worried about how much reach they have. But I mean, the only way I could kill it this turn is triple block, which seems insane. Thrasta, 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 Tempest's Roar. Likely no real reach. They're going wide with Chatterstorm. Maybe. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. Pump. Discard Rootwalla, cast Vengevine next turn? I mean, I'm going to do that. That is certainly part of my plan, yeah. No, discard Vengevine, cast Rootwalla next turn if I draw. Yeah, see, red deck probably plays Bolt, right? Like, come on. Let's be serious. Did they just make 1 creature? Okay. That is actually going to be a problem, but that's a tomorrow problem. Oh, cast Vengevine. Like, you meant cast Vengevine. I see. I guess that might be where we're at. What other creature type were they supposed to have? Like, they're just squirrels. They're not squirrel warriors. I should not have... Well, no, I can't double discard this turn anyway. So, fetch land to the graveyard. Oops. Cast the Ox. Squirrel CrossFit instructor. That might need a hyphen, Roy. Squirrel for my counting. So this gives me another 2 toughness. Oh yeah, that was an accident, by the way. That was not intentional, but that was gross. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I take 1 from the Thrasta and go block, block, block on the squirrels, and then sack my 2 foods to make sure the Thrasta. Oh, I don't need to do that. Okay, nice. Okay. So we're going to go to 1 this turn. But should be okay. As long as they don't have anything more. Grape shot. Fuck. 1 damage. No! I can't deal with 1 damage. Doesn't attack. Victory. Bushwhacker. Yeah, I don't need to know the 8 million ways I could have died. No, it should have bushwhackers. I don't want to know about it. All I want to know about is how I could...
Eat the pudding, 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 eat the pudding.
Okay.
And then we got to get to work.
So, in theory, I would like to find some hollow ones. I can play Goblin Lore. It doesn't change the number of cards in my hand. And I still can sacrifice a food this turn. Plus, still have the food to sacrifice. Yeah. The thing is, Greer World... Yeah, that's the reason I did what I did. Because this could happen. And now I have another 4 points of toughness, which is a big deal. There's an Ox in my graveyard. That's good. Probably discarding the fetch land, gaining 3 life this turn cycle. And then next turn I can play the second cookbook. And we'll see where we're at. Play land? What? I want to pitch the land. I want to pitch something to the cookbook so I can gain 3 life, plus also be able to shoot the Thrust if I need to. I mean, I understand that you wanted to mill more Vengevines. Land plus Ox the next turn. Yeah, I mean, I can do that now. I just needed to know that I was going to make it through that turn. I think that that's reasonable, right?
Compadres, it is imperative that we
Thanks
crush
for
the freedom
fall
fighters
there.
before the start of the rainy season. And remember,
Dave
a
W.
shiny new
Mack.
donkey for
One.
whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Wonder? Oh, they're so dead. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, I mean, it's not that I don't think the crab fetches are the best cards in the deck, Dan. I agree that, or, sorry, not best, most powerful, but, sorry, 5, 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They're dead, right? 6, 11. They're dead. Attack with all. Doesn't have reach, right? Trample haste, trample over planeswalkers, has hexproof as long as they're to the battlefield. Yeah, they're just dead. I don't even need to pump the Rootwalla. Smash. Fetches are worth... Okay, that I could understand, Dan. Yeah. But I just need it spelled out for me. Because, like, for me, the second cookbook was like, aha, every time I have multiple cards in my hand, I can ditch 2 of them and then shoot stuff. Because that is how I beat Titan in the first match, was just obliterating every creature they played with food tokens. That was an incredible come from behind win. In this matchup, Fury seems great. Fiery Temper also seems okay. I definitely don't want to board out the crabs. They seem insane. Ox for more VV? Double V? No, yeah, fetches are definitely insane in this deck because of their ability to put Vengevines and or Wonder into your graveyard. That's for damned sure. You might even want a second Wonder for how freaking good. 2 Fury in, 2 Inquiry Oot. All right. The Hierarchs are for heavy graveyard hate matchups. Matchups where you could expect to see Rest in Peace. Enchantress comes to mind. because the point is Hierarch makes it so that when you have a very low number of creatures, they always get an Exalted trigger, and it gives you mana to cast things like Vengevines and Oxes from your hand. W. Getting more water. It still cracks me up that Y in French is Y. Y. All right, I think you gotta mull that. Yeah, except we start casting the draft chaff rares. Yeah, I think you 10 out of 10 mulligan that. Fish in French always crack me up. Poisson. Tu n'aimes pas le poisson? Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Pourquoi tu n'aimes pas le poisson? Les poissons? Les poissons. Alright, we just ship an ox here. Do the Dexter one? I don't know the Dexter one. Oh, omelette du fromage? Omelette du fromage. Yeah. Gosh, I sure hope they aren't expecting to play a Blood Moon. Let's drink more caipirinhas. I don't have any rhum agricole or crap, what is the name of it? What is the name of the Brazilian cane liquor that you make caipirinhas out of? Crap. The brand we had at the restaurant was P2? Yeah, cachaça. There we go. Cachaça. Thank you. Delicious, delicious cachaça. And you need some sugar, and you need the lime. You cut up the lime, you get the muddler. Well, it's Roy, it's basically just the Brazilian version of a margarita. It's great. It's just like it's not crazy. Like it's not like whoa. It's like it's a great beverage. It is the national beverage of Brazil, I believe. In terms of liquor. Yes, you've had a margarita. I bought you one on the last time we were hanging out. Right before I was supposed to leave for the cruise ship contracts. It came in a tall glass with a squiggly stem, and they put too much sugar in it. In my opinion. Because I know you like them sour. Yeah, with the salt on the rim. Right. Take out the elf with the fury. No, I think what I'm supposed to do is just play a land and pass. And Goblin Lore next turn. Which seems crazy to me. But it means that if I don't discard Asmora, then I can discard the Asmora. Well, it's going to be really hard to end up casting two creatures. Well, maybe I'm just supposed to play the Goblin Lore this turn. Yeah, I think so, because it just feels really anemic not to do anything. Fury doesn't have Flash. I know, it's very upsetting. I can't believe they didn't print Fury with Flash. Just because the whole rest of the cycle has Flash. I'm not saying it's not good enough. I'm just annoyed with the inconsistency. All right, well. Grief doesn't. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But it's removal. For good reason, huh? All right, I could buy that for $1. To be fair, this is the Storm deck, right? This isn't green-red mid-range. So, well, that's a 2-mana Thrasta. Or 4-mana Thrasta, but they can actually pay for it. They've played 2 spells, so Thrasta is now 6. With 1 more spell, Thrasta becomes 3. So they need Manamorphose or Burning Tree or Hidden Herbalists or anything. Manamorphose will do it. So it now costs 3. There's a Forest. Wild Cantor. And Thrasta. Well played. All right, well, they're on empty. Running on empty. Running blind. All right, that's a really good draw. So, play the crab. Mill myself. So I can get an Ox back this turn plus play Fury. So we Fury. I get Vine back too. I don't think I can make that happen. Oh, I can. Yeah, I pitched the Asmo here. Oh my god, you're right. That's sick. Yeah. You won't get Vine. Oh, because I played the Crab and then I'm going to play the Fury. Yeah. And I had to do it this way to have this work, I think. Yeah, we won't get the Vine. But that's okay. I don't think I need the Vine this turn. It's not necessary. Hopefully. No way to get it. That's fine. That's fine. So, exile Asmora. Because I'm going to discard my whole hand anyway. Poing. And my Ox. More Oxes. Yay. Have you tried different Asmora variants? Nope, this is my first one. My preference would probably be for the grindier ones. Chump with the Ox. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You have the Sultai one put together? I like all the green-black ones just because they play into my heart with green-black graveyard-based stuff. I played a bunch of that during Onslaught Mirrodin. And, well, that's a kick in the teeth. Actually, not necessarily. So, mill myself for 6. Or at least 3. I don't know if I want to take any points of damage that I don't actually have to at this point. Oxen, yeah. The plural of ox is oxen. But well, they quoted someone, so I'm assuming. A feast. A feast. Salted pork. Yeah, I remember. Vaguely. All right. Let's do it. There's a Vengevine. So we can get enough stuff back here to beat the Thrasta. And so we do. I mean, there's a second Ox, but there's 9 cards. I have to exile the Vengevine. There's 2 Vengevines. Bah! Ball! The eternal struggle. How am I feeling? No, pretty good. A little tired. Rest in peace, Mako. Mako? Oh, no problem, Sandwich Sultan. Hope you had a good match against the insanity that I was bringing to bear. This deck makes you want Anger to be legal in this format. I mean, Anger is legal. Anger of the Gods. To wipe this deck off the face of the planet. But no, I know what you mean, Hey Heidel. That is one of those strange cards where you're like, wait, Anger is not legal? How is Anger not legal? Like, Wonder's now legal. Like the Wonder Tech? Yeah, there's only 1, and I kind of wish there was more than 1. Like, just like 2. But I understand that it's like not really a synergy piece, but I don't know. Brawn, Anger, and Filth are missing. Yeah, that's correct. Wait, no. Glory as well. There's 2 white ones, right? There's 2 white ones and 2 green ones. There should be a second white one. No. There's another white one because Glory and Genesis both have activated abilities. I think there's a white one that has a static. I think, but I'm not sure. Is the original cycle's from Odyssey, right? Valor, there we go. And it gives vigilance, right? There you go. Oh, first strike. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I know what it looks like. I can picture the card in my head. I know exactly what it looks like. It's like a rocky golem kind of creature with a spear. All right, let's get a 4/1. Yeah, seems like a good hand. I kind of want to go fetch Mountain Cookbook. And then just play the Goblin Lore on 2 and go with that. It's better once you have the Cookbook in play, though. Maybe I fetch Shock for Steam Vents on 2, but I want to know what I'm up against before I decide to Shock. Potentially unnecessarily. Valor was legal? Is legal? Huh. Yeah, exactly. It's like the decks with Mishra's Bauble. Any deck with Mishra's Bauble, you're like, well, I don't really know what this hand is. It could be anything. It could be a game win. Who knows? Let's find out. There are many ways to win a game of Magic the Gathering, sometimes by a lot. Let's find out. Oh! I'll take it. I'll take it. Esper Charm, eh? I'm in. Okay, so we got a 0 mana hollow one this turn. Although I guess I'm discarding my whole hand for that, so. Oh, or. 1. Oh. Counterspell me. You nerd. I know you're gonna do it. They didn't do it. Crap. I was kind of waiting, or I was kind of hoping that they would. Didn't discard the Ox, huh? They lost to Kaya's Guile. That's nice. We lost the Hollow one. Not so nice. But I can play an Ox this turn. So let's do that. You've never played a counterspell in your life, opponent. You've never registered the card counterspell once. Never. Well, now the deck's just messing with me. We'll wait on that. Just in case. Just in case I pick up a hollow one. Hardcast Street Wraith. Oh, why? Sad little crab. Paying costs. Kaya's Guile. 10 out of 10 Kaya's Guile. Okay. I think this matchup is going to be terrible for us. Especially because they're actually playing Force of Negation. Oh my god. Mill triple fetch. Okay. Thoughtseize? No. Fatal push. Okay. You got me. You got me. I'm done. That's fine. I'm done with game one. Force a negation my Goblin Lore and just run me over like that. Don't scoop? I already scooped. It's too late. Why should I not have scooped? Play around and return crab at M step? I don't have the tenacity to play this that way. All you need is crab. I'm not here to maximize the win percentage of this deck right now. I believe this deck is excellent, Cavedan. I don't need to... Like, I just didn't feel like suffering through that with them having 3 cards in hand and the way that it all gone so far. I believe you. I really do. I'm not bullshitting you, but I just didn't have it in me to try to play that out. Yeah, no, I think I could have won. But I mean, you're going to have to be quicker on the draw if you want to tell me not to scoop in a situation like that. All you need is crab. Well, for the moment, I'm working off a lot of Simpsons stuff because it's easier to find the source material for the music video. So Magus is obviously quite good here, though, and I think Wonder is not. Seasoned Pyromancer seems okay, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, we won some pretty incredible game ones there. No Magus, 3 Hierarch, -3 Crab. Okay. I believe you. +1 Hierarch, +1 Wonder. What? There's no 4th Hierarch in your sideboard. Pyromancer. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. I'm in for that. Oh. Yeah, no, I just like after the day I've had, I'm just like not. I just don't want to go through the like because all they're gonna do every turn is just go pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn, and just crush whatever I try to do and play Jace, and then
But my mom says I'm cool.
have the counter magic afterwards. Thanks for the follow there, Ski Bunkler. I'm just not ready to play this deck optimally at this point. I'm barely even playing it functionally. I don't assume this is good enough, although in a control matchup, I think having lands is probably high value. This is a turn 3 Goblin Lore, though, which can eat a counterspell, so I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to turn 2 the Goblin Lore, even though it's basically impossible for it to do anything relevant. But if I turn 3, like, turn 3 in the Goblin Lore, it just makes no sense. So I guess Mulligan is in order here. Yeah. Okay. If we were looking for the opposite hand. Thanks for the follow there, Ilio Tensio.
Ring, ring, ring with the bell. Zing, zing, zing with my heartstring.
Thank you.
Not sure what I'm shipping here, though. Probably one of the rootwallas. This hand also doesn't do anything and folds to a fatal push really fast. They kept their 7. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at, right? Pyromancer on 2 doesn't get me to the Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar, though. Like, if they don't have removal on turn 1, I guess I want to play 2 creatures. Yeah, okay. I found the line that Cavedan wants, which is makes me happy. If we find the land, it'll be great. Didn't find land though. Come on. All right. Cycle for land. Oh, sure, yeah. I think I'm just going to attack for 1. And then be ready to attack for 4 next turn. They've shown me they're ready to opt here. Attacking for 4 every turn is not bad at all. Like, they're going to need to respond to that. My hope is that, as with previously, they're not playing a lot of sweepers. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pump here and not... You slam here? What, the Pyromancer? I guess so. Or are you saying pump? Greed for it? Yeah. I guess they were incentivized to keep either some kind of hate card or just a bunch of removal. I'm just like... They have to play something here, right? I mean, but they didn't find black mana, so maybe not. Maybe they don't have anything to play. I'm just not sure. We know they don't have Rip, so it seems like a good idea. time to discard a couple. I mean, I agree with you, but if they don't have Rip, it means they probably have Counterspell. And once the Seasoned Pyromancer gets countered, my hand doesn't have anything, right? Which is why I feel incentivized to not overcommit into their open mana. Like, the fact that they haven't played anything yet makes me think that I don't want to play into the inevitable counterspell, because if the only things in their hand are counter magic and like an Archmage's Charm and stuff like that, they could have Kaya's. Yeah, totally. But like, the fact that they hadn't played anything yet, they haven't played a Black Source yet, I guess they could have Drowned Catacombs. They shocked on 1 to play the opt, so they played the island on 2, so the island doesn't tell me anything. I'm assuming at this point they're disconnecting. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being greedy sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with being conservative sometimes. You just like, as Cavedan has shown me, like, it's about weighing that against what your deck is capable of. And what I didn't realize about this deck is how much it's capable of if you Burning Inquiry with mana open afterwards. Thanks, Freak. That's good to know. I will do my best to retain that information. Whoa, Phoenix with that Prime resub. Thanks, buddy. Anyone else in here with any Prime subs that are ready to go? You don't have to drop them off here, but just make sure they don't go to waste, because Jeff Bezos don't need that money. He's already got a gold house and a rocket car. They lost connection to the game. Really? I'm shocked. They officially just disconnected. And they're still ahead on clock. Did a OP scry top or bottom? Bottom. Bottom. They're back. They have reconnected. Hey, sorry about that. Same to you. No problem. All right. I don't love the way this is going, but I'll take it. That was unexpected. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see you. That is a fantastic draw right here. This one's even better. But that was good. I'm very loudly attacking them for 4. I'm definitely attacking you for a 4, opponent. 4 is what I'm attacking you for. So should you. Perfect. Oh no! They've given their Celestial Purge flashback. It's a horrifying situation. Yeah. Yeah. That's very likely Tartan Scarf. Vindicate the ignoble hierarch. I've seen some incredible stuff in my life. That's a new one. That's a new one. So I've played one creature. I'm about to play an Ox, so let's see if we mill over some Vengevines. For me, this is mill 3. For them, just... Come on, can you quit it with that crap? What's your new game, Phoenix? Where's Cave? No, we can't. We couldn't Ox. I needed the Burning Inquiry to resolve. I mean, if they wrath me, I can, but the new Ratchet and Clank. Oh, I hope it is good. The last one was apparently not that good. The PS2 era was phenomenal. What is happening? Ugh. I don't like you, opponent. I mean, this is not, like, particularly detrimental on the board state for me, but, like, rude. You're just rude. Control's always rude. I mean, especially with Force and Negation, though, right? No. The real fun police is Blue-Red Prowess, which was our only other loss this league. Draws 2 cards at sorcery speed. They're looking for land. They found it. The fact that they exiled my graveyard, though, it's like, ugh. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Not gonna lie. Prowess isn't the fun police. It's the thug that kills you before the fun begins. Accurate. And my Ox. I'm sorry, what? No. No, you stop. Okay, good. I'm just getting the F6 value. Got it. I appreciate you, opponent. I do. This is just cycle, right? I could play it. Do I want to play it? Yeah, my crabs are out. Probably don't want to cycle it. Damn! Alright. Okay. Hold it. What? Hold it? Hold what? I was expecting to be able to activate the cookbook that I... Okay, well, I didn't. Yeah, for discard fodder. I wanted the 5th mana for the Seasoned Pyromancer, which obviously I can't do this turn. And for some reason, my brain told me, yeah. Activate the cookbook, discard a card, put Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar into play, and then at the end of the turn, you can sack the cookbook to bring back something that you need to cast. You know, because neither of those abilities require tapping, and certainly not both. Play extra... I'm doing everything wrong. Why am I doing everything wrong? Why is this deck so hard, Cavedan? It's supposed to be just like spin the wheel and go. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's obviously... Uh-huh. I don't think playing the extra cookbooks, not playing the extra cookbooks last turn is going to be a big problem. Nope. Somehow, I'm good. I'm just good here. They clearly have all the tools they need to crush us. Are there any food synergies beside the Asmor ability? No. Which is why this is not like a food deck so much as like this is like Asmor Crabvine with Hollow One. Hollow Crabvine. Asmora's Crazy Crab Shack. So yeah, that was a great run. This deck is super powerful. Very, very crunchy. The interactions in it are insane. And I think you have to be a RNG savant in order to play it at the highest possible level. I'm not saying that you need to be extraordinarily lucky. What I'm saying is you need to know how to play the odds in the correct way. That said, the sequencing here is very important. So Burning Inquiry is really great because it costs 1. And if you discard a Rootwalla and or play a Hedron Crab or an Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar, you can get Vengevine back on 2. Ox of Agonas on 3 with Burning Inquiry is certainly something great. What would be nice is if instead of Goblin Lore, there was another 1-mana card that let you draw and or discard. Even discard then draw would probably be fine in this deck. So Careful Study is a card that is legal in Legacy that probably should be legal in Modern by now, although I don't actually know if that's true. Neonate. No. I'm talking about actually cards that do enough. Because a single discard draw is just not good enough. Haggle's not good enough. Yeah, I think Haggle or anything similar to that are not going to be good enough. And then Faithless Robbing, Faithless Shimmying, Faithless 2-mana Crapulence is just not going to be good enough either. Although the fact that it's controlled over what Goblin Lore does might be okay, but that there's no synergy for casting 2 spells in a single turn, unlike a Phoenix deck, or in that case 3. So 1 with nothing. I mean, it's that works for your Hollow Ones, kind of. Yeah, but I think the sequencing thing would be is the biggest lesson of this deck. It's incredibly powerful, very, very high front-loaded RNG randomness, and but there is an approach to it where you can control the randomness and do a lot better with it in that way. Cavedan, if you're still here, how long do games go with this black-red bombardment deck? Just interested. But for anyone who's in the future on YouTube, that doesn't matter. What does matter is you should hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. You can check out my streams on twitch.com/mana symbol, CYMBAL, just like the instrument. And you can check me out usually from Tuesdays to Fridays from 8 till late. And then Saturday and or Sunday for the modern challenges. So